Well, good evening, everyone. I did wonder how you were going to do that, actually.
I've had a couple of beers.
Gins.
Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't do that with a couple of gins.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to sunny Bournemouth. We are by the beach. I can prove that because I can do that, and there's the beach. We've actually got a sea view.
The beach, isn't it?
My name's James Ivy.
I'm Paul Drew
from the Studio Rats, and you are all very welcome to. I mean, quite frankly, who knows what the fuck's going to happen tonight?
Oh, he's done it already. He's dropped the F-bomb already. He's had a couple of drinks. He doesn't know what's going on.
Cheers.
Let's do this. There we go. That's better. That's
so we are here for our weekly, our yearly event in Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I spent the day.
We've got a gig on Sunday as well.
We have actually at the event. It's all going to be good fun. So yeah,
nice.
We're here. We made it. We're in a really quite nice.
It's nice, isn't it?
Apartment type thing.
It's really nice.
The internet is good, which is always a bonus for doing things like this. We've been shopping. We have steaks and things in the fridge for later on.
So we should just say that. So we're only going to do tonight's show is probably only going to be about an hour, isn't it?
Also, yeah.
So
we'll do our best to get through all your questions
because steak is waiting, and frankly, steak is more to me. It's quite appealing at the moment.
Careful.
Yeah, so it's not more important.
You'll hear noises and things in the background. That's various people we've got in the house. So just to give you a heads up, it's a cheerleading event. We've got a tech team of.
I might go and get my glasses.
7 of us.
Yeah,
7 of us. Various people will be appearing throughout the evening. Greg, aka Larry North, is in the house, quite literally in the Jesus. The legend of Danny Litchfield is here. You've heard Paul and I talk about him many times. You've heard Paul whinge about him many times. He's actually here in the house for, quite frankly, Paul to make his own. Is that his own back? The legend of the Litchfield is in the house.
Oh yeah, Litchfield's here. Litchfield is here.
Let's get on and get some of these shout outs done and stuff. There's questions in already, which is great. So
I love the camera on your thing. It just makes everyone look younger, doesn't it? That's the difference.
That's what the new MacBook Pro 2022 camera does. However, OK Live says,
hey all and cheers from Belgium. I have a question. I run a Katana Mark II in stereo. Can I put my external stereo delay in one input of the effects loop of the Katana and the second output delay after the jack? Cool. That's a really. Hold on a second. Let me get this. Mate, we've had a cut up, and I've had a couple of G&Ts. So
that's baked my melon already.
Yeah. Can I put my external stereo delay in one input of the effects loop of Katana 1, the second output delay after the jack? When you say after the jack, what do you mean by after the jack? Basically, I think I know what you want to do, and I don't think you're going to be happy with what you want.
However, OK Live goes on to say,
okay. That goes to the dedicated input for stereo expansion on the second. The second Katana.
Okay, right.
Right, now we're talking. Okay, here the delays in stereo. And then go from the 2 USB out. Bloody hell.
That's not going to work. That's not going to work.
USB outputs of the Katanas to my audio interface to record an Audio Pro.
That's not going to work.
No, that's not going to work.
Because the USB outs, it wants to be the interface, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's what it's trying to be. The USB outs won't talk to another interface. They are purely to be the interface, so that definitely won't work.
Can I just say that is I've never thought of doing this. This is quite interesting.
Do we need me to bring my other Katana over to you one day so we can try it?
Yeah, but it's more like what OK Life's trying to do. It's like it's a really interesting. So you want to use your external delay. What I would do? No, I would use the effects loop in the Katanas.
Yeah.
Both effects loops.
Yeah.
And then use the stereo return.
What I think he's trying to do is have one guitar into Katana, let's call it Katana left for argument's sake.
Yeah.
And then use the effects loop
to
feed both Katana left return and Katana right return to have stereo delays from an external pedal in the loop. I think that's what I'm.
Well, why not just bring in the other stereo, the stereo output of the delay, so left into the left Katana and right into the right Katana into the return?
Would make more sense.
That,
yes,
to me, would make
I
more
think
sense.
so. I could be if we're wrong, please say. But I think that will make more sense. Just basically go from guitar into Katana left. That's Katana 1.
Yeah.
Out of the effects loop into your delay, and then from your delay, into the return of Katana 1 and Katana 2.
Absolutely.
That would make sense.
That's exactly what I would do.
Katana right and Katana left.
That's exactly what I would do.
That makes sense, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he also goes on to correct his typos because we all get.
Zalar. Yes. We got that, mate. Don't worry about that. It's all good. It's all good. Dave McQuillan's in the house. Evening all, catering for 100 drunken school teachers at the moment. Hopefully we'll finish in time to join in.
Well, there's 2 drunken guitar players.
Absolutely. Wow. Okay.
Good work.
Nice
why teachers? Why school teachers?
And I was presuming that Dave McQuillan's
other
full-time
half is.
Well, no. I was presuming that Dave's full-time job is making gorgeous plectrums, but
I thought it was. But maybe his other half is a teacher, and he's the barbecue king.
Oh,
possibly
barbecue. Nice,
Dave.
We
want to know.
He's up in Scotland. They don't eat barbecue. They have square sausage. Honestly, that's what it is. Square sausage.
Moving swiftly on.
I know you Scottish lot. Howdy y'all from K Michael P. Howdy K Michael P.
And
38.7 thousand boys. You've come a long way since I joined. Way to go. Oh, cheers, mate. That's very nice. I think it's more than that. Actually, I think it's more, isn't it?
No, I think I looked the other day and thought we're getting impressively close to 40k, considering it was 30k on the turn of the new year.
Yeah, do you know what? I always do this. I always want things to be, and I always over push myself. I wanted it to be 50k by the end of the year.
We can do 50k by the end of the year. We're on 40k, and we're not quite.
No, I need 10k. No, I mean it's possible, but I really wanted 50k by the end of the year. What I want is that
you want your cake and to eat it.
Yeah, I want my cake and to eat it, and I want that that YouTube.
You want the little,
and I want the silver.
black,
I want the silver, which is 100k, which I know takes a long time to get to things, but you've got to keep, you've got to keep at it, haven't you?
Yes.
Here's what I found.
Go away. Strange thing. Hollywood actress says, howdy y'all as well.
Hello, mate. He also says, I'm guessing it's he.
I'm guessing, but actress would suggest.
So let's know. Researching flutes as my daughter is thinking of learning at school. Nice one.
My only advice as a teacher of musical instruments, not just drummer stroke guitar player, is make sure if you're going to get a flute, you do not get one with holes in the keys.
Oh my gosh, you're talking. This is way above my pay
grade.
So
a flute, as in a silver style transverse flute, you can get.
What do you mean? Actually, I don't even know.
Transverse meaning that way, as in a flute.
Okay.
As in what you think of it, rather than a flute.
Oh, like a
flute.
Oh, other than a toot, a flute.
Flute matoot. You can get them with holes. So wait where your fingers go. You can then bend notes and you can do cool stuff. Whatever you do for a student flute, don't get one with holes in, because that's just disastrous.
That sounds horrible. Okay.
And he also says, or she.
I know, not guitar related at all.
We don't care. We're platform agnostic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both laugh. It's so
yeah,
good.
that's what way.
Chris Williams says, "Good evening, sirs. Good evening, Chris Williams, and your sperms." Pen Moxie, Blue Moon salutes you. I love Blue Moon. I can't drink.
Blue Moon is best with an orange, with a slice of orange.
I love Blue Moon. I love that. That's a great beer. That is. Get one thick as a brick. What we're talking here?
Steak, I suspect.
Yeah, you Americans, you love a thick steak, didn't you?
We've got ribeyes.
Are they thick?
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah, they're not like American steaks.
They're three-quarter inch.
If you went over K Michael P's house, look at the guy. Look at him. Like he's henched. He's going to eat big steaks.
Well, there's a reason we didn't get the thick cut ribeye.
Where's that?
25 quid a steak.
See, K Michael P wouldn't worry about shit like that.
Yeah, but it also wouldn't be 25 quid a steak in the US.
Oh, is it cheaper?
Much cheaper.
Is it?
Yeah, much. Anywho.
John Hall, what type of settings are on a patch for a Katana 100 Mark II?
Anything you like, they're amazing. I nearly put it in the van.
Did you?
I thought it was one of those.
Do you know what? That would have been perfect for this gig.
I know. It would. My Tuba 12 Katana Mark II would have been amazing for this gig.
Yes.
You could put up. So So to give you some context of what we're actually doing here in beautiful sunny Bournemouth, it's a bit grey out there at a minute, but it's been lovely today.
Got a sea view, mate.
Yeah,
Lovely.
you pay a lot of money for this
Yeah.
place for a CV. Actually, from the outside, I think it looks like something you'd find on Malibu Beach.
Yeah,
It looks
does look
like
a bit
Charlie
Malibu Beach.
Harper's house in 2.5 Men.
Right.
Man. So we're looking after all the video and AV and music stuff for this cheerleading event. But on Sunday night, and there is a little bit of me that goes, it's in my kind of, this is what we actually do, boys and girls. You know, you think of us as the DJs and the guys who press buttons. Actually, this is what we really do, which is kind of what we're doing it. We get to go up on stage and play a 10-minute medley of classic rock covers.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be cool, isn't it?
It'd be nice, yeah.
I think so.
I can't wait, actually.
They really enjoyed last year's show. Obviously, last year's was a seriously cut down event because of all things COVID. This year, we've got 36,000 people over 3 days, which is
Yes,
pretty cool.
it's a lot of peeps, isn't it?
The venue that we're playing in on Sunday night will be absolutely rammed to the rafters.
Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be nice. But in answer to the question, what type of settings? It really depends on what you want. I think the Katana is really good at being really easy to get a great tone out of,
and quick.
It's really quick.
Super quick.
And I don't want to plug, presets and stuff, but James, it's popped out. Do we need that?
No, it's fine. That's
okay.
fine.
But yeah, if you want some presets, go and have a look at the
Studio
Rex preset packs. You can do that.
There's full on filth on there. There's my lead. What do they call it?
James.
Pack.
James, if you like some sort of specific to particular artists, check out James's pack.
It's fair to say though that your approach to Katana patch building starts clean, and then you put the effects blocks on top.
That's a good point, actually. So what I would do, on the Katana, I think the effects work best with the clean, starting with a clean patch, starting with the clean channel. I forgot what it's called. Whatever it's called. So don't go to your crunch or your lead settings. Stay on the clean setting and then build from there, which I wouldn't normally do if I was using like a valve amp.
No,
but I think on the Katana it works particularly well. So I would stick on the clean channel. If that helps.
And if you like filth, you can get super filth from the clean channel with the effects block.
Definitely.
The pedals effectively.
Definitely.
And it works really well. But I do quite like the crunch and the rock. Is it rock, crunch, and
lead
channels?
And then there's a brown setting, isn't there?
Brown's too much for me.
But yeah. I think if you're building pedals, I think you start from the clean.
Yeah, and also it gives you the options to, if you've got something like the foot controller, the what's it called? Something FC. Is it GAFC?
GAFC, well done.
Yes,
good.
You've got something like that. You can then take those options out, so it gives you real-time control of. Larry North is in the Jesus.
Hello, dear viewer.
Look at this. He's even got changed.
Sorry, I'll come back now.
It's two balls.
I'll sit in for 10 minutes.
Come on.
It's like me and mini me. It's like this.
I'm going in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle. Right.
Sit in
So,
hello, everybody. Hope you're well.
Only
baldies
in
YouTube land.
Only baldies and curlies.
Look at this. It's like Right Said Fred gig. Look at this.
I do look like a miniature human, don't I?
Okay, next one.
All right, Keith Axel says,
hey gents, happy Wednesday, Paul. Time to tee up last week's discussion on concrete and drums. We saved topics. Jesus Christ, you could stop that business right away. I also saw the I watched about 5 minutes of it. The bloke saying something about if you could be as bald as Paul or something.
I'm gonna share this via my phone purely because I've got no better way right now of doing it.
Oh my god.
So just so the masses know, that is currently my garden ready for concrete. We were supposed to pour the concrete on Tuesday, and because basically the two labourers did not show up to help with the pour, I cancelled the concrete until next Tuesday and told my builder I do not want those two fucking losers on my site again.
Don't blame
And he
you.
totally understood. And then they rocked up, and I went, politely, guys, go away. You are not welcome on this site. My builder now realizes I'm not about.
That's probably not a bad thing to do.
And they now realize I am not to be messed with. I'm a very nice guy. I want everyone to be friends, and I want them to, I'll be happy to make you tea, all that sort of stuff. But don't pee me off.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
Here to work.
other than that,
Back to the car stuff.
right,
Yes.
right. So Thomas Nonsense says, "Good morning from Brisbane."
Thomas
And
Nonson's in
what
the
are the
house.
chances? The very next one.
Is
Get
Look at
on,
this.
mate.
You boys need to get together. Start a band.
How big's Brisbane? Is that like
It's quite-
the size of
They
Essex or
all
something?
know each
Yeah.
other.
They all know each other. It's like anyone from London.
yeah.
Well,
each
yeah, of
other.
course. Yeah. I know the Queen.
John Waller's in the house.
Hello,
Afternoon,
John. Nice to see you. Matt.
Matt's in the house.
Oh, Chloe.
Matt.
well
not
soon, dude.
again.
Oh,
Mate.
Get well soon, buddy.
And I might clean that guitar that you sent me then. That gold top, the P90 gold top came from Matt.
very lovely, very lovely guitar.
Oh, Matt, yeah, feeling for you, mate.
Get well soon, stay safe and all that, and hopefully it's Omicron or one of the variants that feels not too bad in the grand scheme.
This is shit, isn't it? This is shit.
Very shit. It still sorry folks, but it still exists. We're quite lucky this weekend this week that we're back to full capacity on the venue. We're all being careful. We've all done tests and
haven't we?
stuff.
Yeah.
So we're safe.
Fingers crossed.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. So let's carry on.
Smith 981, that's a new one.
It is.
Hi guys, does the Boss Katana Artist Mark II sound appreciably better than the Katana Mark II 100 through a high quality head?
No.
I mean, to be honest, if I'm completely honest, I've never tried the Artist.
I heard one in Guitar.
Yeah.
And I actually did the A/B between the two. And do you know what? I couldn't hear the difference. The only thing I could do was hear the difference between when I have my 2 with 12 with me as well.
Yeah.
And because I've switched the speakers to creambacks, I could hear the difference.
Can I just say, through a head?
Why would
Do you mean through a cab? Smith?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you mean, I think you mean through a cab.
Yeah.
Doesn't the artist have a better speaker?
Yes.
though?
Yes,
got
but
best.
not as good as a creamback,
Yeah,
in my opinion. At this point, we should.
Mr. Moxie, this is buying our little pinky gins.
Chin chin, old boy.
And Corona, not sponsored by any particular virus or anything.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's move.
Right.
Onwards.
No.
Oh, sorry.
right,
Our pet says advise on the best workflow for an aux into an amp into console, levels, etc. Pitfalls. Well, first of all, I think you've done an amazing thing buying the aux. I think it's one of the
Awesome.
best.
Yep.
It's so good. Aux into an amp.
He's been
Into
spending a lot of
hold
money
on a
on
second.
gear recently,
No.
hasn't he?
You mean amp into aux into
yeah.
console?
Yeah. Amp, aux, console.
Absolutely.
So the best thing I would suggest with that is on many a console, there is a button marked PFL, which stands for pre-fade listen.
Mhm.
And what you want to do is when you're sound checking, getting your levels into your DAW, whatever, hit PFL and look at one of the meters, depending on the console. We'll probably go into PFL mode. You get a flashing light and then go on your guitar as loud as you're going to do it and set the gains for the stereo outputs on the mixer of the channels from your aux.
Without a doubt.
That way you will get the perfect level into your mixer, into your DAW.
Without a doubt.
PFL is your friend. Don't panic about flashing lights, anything like that. So many people I know will not touch the PFL button because it makes a flashing light.
No, absolutely, and I couldn't agree more. So you've done. I think you've done the last stage.
Yep.
Let's do the pre-stage of that.
Yep.
Which is the amp into the aux.
Mhm.
So what I would do with the amp into the aux is, so before you do the PFL stuff, is to make sure you're getting the best sound out of your amp into the aux.
Yep.
And that means turning up your amp to its optimum level. Now, something like a Marshall, so like a JCM 800, like 100 watt JCM 800, might be a completely different level on the master to to how you would say like run something like a little tweed amp, because you might not want as much gain coming out of the tweed amp. So a tweed amp has the output level on a tweed amp has a certain amount. So the optimum level out of a tweed amp to how you want it to sound would be different to how you'd want it to set into a like a Marshall. So if you want to crank a Marshall, you want to get that Marshall cooking. Well, the tweed amp starts to fart out at a certain level,
which we proved when we took your Fender Tweedy type thing to Manchester and gave it the beans. And it sounded amazing at about 1-2 o'clock. But as soon as you pushed it all the way, it started to futz out, and it still sounded great, but not as great. Is that video is still crazy. Is that's on our Facebook page, isn't it?
Don't know.
You whittling in Manchester Central.
Don't know. Might be
the old G.
What's scary is that's one amp in a tiny little cab, relatively speaking, in a huge venue, and it was still blisteringly painful. If you ever want a testament, the fact that valve amps are really pokey, that's it.
There's an argument that what Rivera did with those with the plate volume, because that's up at 500 and something on there. He's really making those work to squeeze every last dB out of that thing.
And I'm still trying to find a Fender Concert, which is the one.
That's what Mason's on about a lot of the time, isn't it?
I did find one the other day, but it was quite a lot of money. At the moment, I am excreting cash faster than
too busy
any...
building.
So hold on a second. Can we? So the thing on the aux, which is different to a lot of other attenuators, is its stepped attenuation. So the difference between off and 1 is massive, and the difference between 1 and 2 is massive, and the difference between 2 and 3 is huge. So,
but that's what you then use your gain on the console to manage. Actually, no, because that's just doing the sense of the speaker, isn't it?
Yes, it all depends how it's got it hooked up. Because if he's then running into the aux, out of the aux, back into the amp speaker, that sets that. But if you want your amp silent, do exactly what James said, and that's brilliant advice. But you want to get your amp cooking to the point of you want the ultimate sound out of it. And don't think going past 5 is wrong.
No.
Just keep cooking. And what you'll find with certain amps is that you'll reach 3 and it won't actually get any louder. When you go to 10, it will just get dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. So Marshall for me, or it's all different with different Marshalls, but a Marshall for me starts to get cooking from 4 to 5 onwards.
If
you want that Eddie Van Halen sound, it's like
dime it, baby.
All the way over.
Right, Leo. Sorry.
Related subject. I used to use a Laney Vox type thing.
The
7,
ones.
7 was perfect, but in terms of sound,
in
terms of venue, lots of people saying, "Oh my god, that's loud."
Do you remember the venue we played where there's a lot of venues in the UK now where sound is an issue? And they normally have what I refer to as a Christmas tree. Green. Two yellows, orange. 3 yellows, 4 reds, 1 red. Power gone. Do you remember the one where they had a yellow flashing Belisha beacon type thing, like a police car?
Oh, I've never seen that.
No, this was clearly someone's homemade job.
Is that the Vinery somewhere?
Some little godforsaken venue, and we played it. We played the first dance so quietly, and the cheering for the bride and groom killed the power.
Yes.
See, a lot of the venues that I've played where they've got the Christmas trees, as you call it, is you can find a separate power supply.
The problem with Christmas trees is having, as the person who has done the course on how to set those up, I know when they're set up wrongly and incorrectly. There are so many places where they basically, there's a great place in Newmarket or on the between Cambridge and Newmarket where the microphone
Stoke Key.
No, it's the microphone for the sensitivity is next to where you put the drummer.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Right? So all I have to do is go, not even play the drums.
Yeah,
I can click my fingers and trip the power.
Oh, it's crazy.
And I got so offended, I started packing up during the first set, and nobody noticed until I'd actually got drums in and the bride said to me, why are you packing up? I said, because I haven't hit this one all set. I can't play. We cannot play in this venue.
I did a.
You did that you did that at a wedding.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because the bride said to me, why are you doing that? I said, I'm really sorry. I'd already had chat with the venue manager and the maitre d' and all these people said, look, we cannot work like this. We are a band.
Why are you a venue that allows live music if you're not?
Oh, we don't.
Live music?
We don't. Then why are we here?
Hey,
exactly.
We always talk about the venue next to Jules Holland's house.
Yes, Cooling Castle Barn.
Jesus, I mean, Jules, he always complains about the volume that comes out of.
Yep, and I've played there so many times.
Yeah.
I've been told turn down there so many times. Anyway, Lee, what I've now done is in my beer tardiness, I've actually put the link down in the notes down there a bit. So if you want to join us in the chat, please do. It'd be an absolute pleasure to have you. The links are down there, so just click on them. And we
need to bang through these because we need to.
Whilst Lee's chatting, I went to a wedding with a scientist friend.
Yeah,
and there was a traffic light system, and the band were having all manner of bother with it. Scientist friend looked at the system, figured it out, got some chewing gum, chopped up a plastic straw, stuck the chewing gum on the thing, attached the plastic straw, and never went off again all night.
Hey! There you go. Oh,
science works. There he is.
At this
point,
point,
on this bombshell, there's too many players. Lee, it's nothing personal, but I don't want to tread on any toes. I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to get these boys another drink.
Can you put some socks on? I don't want to see your Shrek feet anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lee Abraham. Woo! Yay!
Hello, mate.
How you doing, guys? Well, I can see how you're doing. You're getting well oiled there.
To be fair, last year's
pretty oiled.
Last year's Bournemouth live stream, we've been plugging things in for about 6 hours. This year, it's turn up with a laptop, go, because all the gear's already at the venue. So
it's all right. It's
nice
all right.
One. So you're just down the road from me at the moment, then?
Yeah, mate. You should pop over.
Yeah, nice one. I was going to have a chat with you guys about something that I found really, really interesting.
Good clock, by the way.
Sorry?
Good clock.
Yeah, you've noticed the clock before. The battery's run out in it. It's not really 2:45.
If we're talking Floyd, we've got to talk about this.
All right, okay.
The pattern on the front looks, when you held it like that, it looks predominantly phallic.
It does look a bit phallic, doesn't it? We've got to talk about the pink. Hold on.
Look at that bad boy.
Because we are, and I brought these all along just to talk tonight. But we're talking.
Look at the state of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's Jam. Yeah.
The Jam. It's a Jam Pink Floyd pedal.
And that's the Pink Floyd one, yeah.
Oh, thanks, sir.
I'm proper excited about it.
He's got a... Yes, moving on.
While we're doing this, it's lovely, isn't it? Have a butchers on that. You ever go on that? You ever go on that one? Well, I need to put some feet on it as well. Go on. Sorry, Lee. Sorry, Lee.
No.
Crack on.
I was just going to mention I did a thing and discovered something. I mean, if I explain it to you, you guys are probably saying, "Oh yeah, we've been doing that for years. We've just never spoken about it." But do you ever find a situation where you're endlessly trying out speaker IRs?
Yes.
You think, yeah, that one's no good. That one's no good. That one's no good. That one's no good. That's too bright. That's too dark. So I found an IR that I really like. It's an own hammer one.
Yeah, good choice.
But it's just a little bit too dark. Just a little bit too dark. And it doesn't matter how I tweak the treble on my other pieces of gear. It doesn't quite seem to hit the right frequency spot. So, and I just thought to myself, if only there was a way that I can just somehow brighten this IR. And it turns out there is. And it absolutely blew my mind. So I just did a bit of Google research, and it led me to a YouTube channel of a guy called Andrew Wade, who is a US-based producer. You might have heard of. He's got a lot of videos out there. He'd done a very quick 30-second YouTube video on how to make an impulse response from an EQ. And what he's done is he's given you a link in the description of that YouTube video to just a pure pulse. So it's a second long, and it just goes when you listen to it, it just goes click, just goes tick. So what I did was I loaded that into Pro Tools, and Well, first of all, I loaded in the own hammer IR that I like, and then I put a graphic on the same channel, and I fiddled about with the graphic in terms of the the high end frequency, pulled out a little bit of the 270 that I didn't like, I boosted a bit of the 80 that I wanted a bit more thump, that kind of stuff. And I got the IR to sound exactly how I like it using the EQ on the same channel. And basically, you just run this pulse through that channel, and it creates a brand new IR, which is a mix of the EQ and the original IR as it was.
Makes total sense. So then you're basically making an IR of an IR and an EQ.
Exactly. And I exported that as a brand new IR, loaded it into my pedal. Voila!
Oh,
Voila!
That's brilliant.
And it was like scales fall from your eyes. I'm like, that's how you do it. Amazing. And just in terms of being able to take now that IR out live, because I can put it in my IR pedal, is amazing. And now, not only that, as you might imagine, I've gone a bit further. And what I've done is I've created well, you know how sometimes, I don't know, again, it might only be me that does all this crap, but when you get an IR and you just put a distortion pedal through it, you're missing that clean amp sound, because I don't deal with amps these days, as you know. But what you can do now with that IR and the EQ, you can kind of create a clean amp and just put it in the same IR. So you can have an IR which sounds like a clean amp going through an IR. So you can just put a distortion pedal in front of it and it sounds amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes
Well,
sense.
you can create an IR that sounds like a clean amp.
And I might be, maybe I'm getting confused, but the whole sort of preamp side of things going into, but that works.
Well, I mean, what you can do is you can replicate the sound of a clean amp channel using an EQ and an IR.
Yeah.
And that's basically what I've done. And like I say, it sounds great. And now you're able to run distortion pedals straight into an IR, whereas before it was never quite bright enough.
Yeah.
You just got a tone control on a distortion pedal, and it still didn't do anything really. But if you create an IR that basically gives you a clean amp sound, presto.
So basically, what we're talking, what you're talking about is actually creating a profile.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know how profiles work, but
It's almost like the Kemper thing, where you're creating a capture of like a snapshot in time of that particular amp set up in that particular way with those EQs set up like that. Which I guess we always think that companies like Kemper and Neural DSP are doing something magical with their capturing, but basically what they're doing is creating an IR of a snapshot in time of an amplifier. Yeah,
I tried it with a chorus effect, didn't do anything, and I tried it with an overdrive effect, and it didn't do anything. So that's obviously something to do with the snapshot of time is so tiny, that it doesn't pick up the variations that you get with overdrive and chorus and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
chorus. Well, chorus is time based. So
Yes.
what you do with if you try and capture or profile anything that's time based, you'll get almost like a ring, almost like a
Ring mod. It's a ring modulation sound.
It's
almost.
sort of like that. It's sort of like that, but it's almost like a strange sort of delay ring thing.
It just sounded shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moment in time, but
You can't capture time.
exactly.
As such. Yeah.
So
Sorry.
this thing works really well. It works really well because I've got this. I picked up one of these Velaton Dappers, and which has only got like a distortion. I'm just trying to unplug it to show you. So I picked up one of these things, which is just like a.
Oh, look at that! You love those sort of things. These little love this.
So this is an all analog thing. It's based on the old Tech 21 fly rig things.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like a cheap Chinese knockoff of one of them.
Right.
But of course, it's only got a distortion and an overdrive. It's not got an amp sound as such.
Yeah.
So, but so I've tailored this with the IR that I've now created for myself, which has got like a clean amp sound in it. It sounds great. It sounds amazing. And the fact is, because you've got all the gear there to be able to do it. If you just think to yourself, well, I just need to tweak that, you can just go and make another one. Just tweak the top end, or tweak the mids, or tweak the bottom end, and and it takes seconds to just create another one, just load it in.
So what's
Brilliant.
quite funny is obviously we're setting up for this event this weekend, and we've all bought a few more pieces of kit that we're probably going to need.
Yeah.
But Greg's bought something a blast from the past.
And
the fact is,
oh my God,
the fact that it's still got the plastic on it.
Ah, okay, yeah. TC Haycon.
I demoed these, as in I was the UK demo.
I love the
guy.
way it's just peel off protective film. I mean, that thing's got to be 20 years old.
No, it's certainly a good 7 or 8. I mean, I haven't done anything for TC Helicon for a long time.
I tell you,
This
that
thing,
that thing is a COVID test, mate. That looks disgusting.
Yeah. So there you go. Anyway, I just thought.
Oh, mate, no, thanks for that tip. I think that might be a great video, actually.
Yeah,
we should do that as a video.
definitely.
So,
I like that.
So go and check out the, like I say, go and check out the YouTube video from a guy called Andrew Wade, where he talks about making an impulse from an EQ. And it's literally a 30-second video, and he links to a pulse wave, or whatever you want to call this thing, a pure pulse, in the bottom of the video. And I was when I was watching the video and downloading this thing and setting it all up, thinking, this ain't going to work. There's no way this is going to work. And it just worked.
Yes,
Amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. Anyway, I'll leave you to your drinking session.
Cheers, boss. Well, thanks for the tip. That's great.
I like that.
Great.
See you later. Cheers.
Have a good one.
Cheers,
Take
Lee.
care.
See you later, mate.
I like that. Well,
I love
try that.
that.
Yes. Yeah,
I
but
mean, love that.
right. Let's carry on. Crack on.
Smith981 says, does the Boss Katana Mark II head through a Wazza 2x12 cabinet sound appreciably better than any other high quality cab such as a Mezza?
Depends on the drivers. Depends on the cab build.
No, and honestly, if you, I mean,
see, I think the cab makes more difference than
massive.
you know. So
Massive.
better is the dangerous term there.
Yes,
Because does it sound appreciably better? Well, it might, depending on your definition of better.
cabs and speakers
Are the biggest difference.
huge difference. You might like, for instance, like the Mezza cabs, especially like the Mezza 4x12, is massively loved in the metal market.
Yeah. To me, though, a Marshall 4x12 with vintage 30s, it's hard to beat.
You can't beat that. This sounds awesome.
I know there are shouty Canadians out there who don't like the vintage 30 sound because it's not modern metal. Modern metal is a Mesa with either EVs or Jensens or something.
No. Definitely Celestians in the 4x12s.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the old Mezzas were EVs.
Yeah.
The really heavy ones.
To me, a Marshall 4x12 with vintage 30s in is the ultimate rock and roll noise. And it's funny that even if when I'm going through like the 11 rack or any of the IRs, I always go to a 4x12 with vintage 30s because that's the sound that I like.
Nice.
There we go. Boom.
You've done that one, yeah?
Yeah,
I was about the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Chutti says, are you planning to release new tone packs for the Boss GX100? Maybe a high gain rhythm and solos. Regards. Yeah. Definitely. It's just getting around to it. But yes, I think that's a great idea. Mind you, the pack that I did for the GX100, I think it's pretty much, it's got more or less everything you'd need for that sort of stuff. But if you want more specific stuff, let us know what you want.
Yeah.
John Hall says, what styles of music on the patches that you for sale on the Katana 100 Mark II? So we've done loads of videos. If you go into the Studio Rats YouTube channel and you go to just search for Katana patches, it will come up with all the videos and it lists all the different patches that we've got for the Katana Mark 1 and Mark 2, and you can hear all the patches.
Yep. And buy my one because it's really cool.
But you can buy James's. There you go. K Michael P says 6'2", 235 pounds, takes a lot of steak. He's a big one, 6'2". But that was in reference to the flute Jethro T.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah. Avjit says, hey, I ordered an Airstep Cat Edition foot switch. A lot of Katana things going on today. almost 7 days ago, but still haven't left the transit yet. I'm a bit worried now. Tracking ID shows it's still in China, didn't reach India yet. Honestly, I mean, so Airstep are based in China.
Anything coming out of China right now is taking its time.
It's taking its time.
That's the world we live in.
I honestly wouldn't worry from anything coming from Airstep.
Yeah,
I really wouldn't worry about it. It will come. It's going to take some time. It will take some time.
At this point, we should go.
Oh, okay, live. Thank you, OK Live. Cheers, mate.
Thank you very much indeed.
Really nice of you.
I'm
I'm glad you're keeping on top of the.
I am on it. Don't worry.
chats.
Don't worry. Boom.
What's the cooking? So tonight we've got ribeye steaks.
Yes,
We've got chips.
we have. Yes,
Steak
and
and
I'm
chips.
cooking. And we actually remember proper butter this year rather than slide.
Oh, I'm starving.
Yes.
I'm starving.
I am getting pretty hungry.
Oh, cheers, Joe. That's really nice of you, mate. Do you know what? I brought them all here actually. So I've got all the jam pedals here because I didn't know if anyone wanted to try them out at the gig. But
I want to try that.
honestly, that to me is the most awesome thing. I don't think you
I
need.
want that.
I don't
I
think-
actually want that really
But I
badly.
don't think you'd need anything else. This has got. If you look that way, I'm gonna. It's got the. So it's this way across. So your guitar goes in this. It's got the Dynessa, which is the Ross compressor.
Yeah.
Style compressor. Tube Dreamer. It's
Drama.
if you want.
Oh, hello. Oh, they found me.
The filth's just gone past. Tube Dreamer, Red Muck, which is their fuzz,
Yeah.
one of their fuzzes. Waterfall, which is like a chorus. Ripple, which is like the. I might have got this wrong way around. Chorus vibrato.
Yeah.
Bang.
And then the delay llama.
And then a delay llama, which is like the analog delay. I mean, it's awesome.
Do you remember the VST plugin, the delay llama?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
love
that. So I plugged it in. After I did the video. It is awesome.
We don't need no other pedals, let alone education.
Yeah, but it's just sounds amazing. So I tried their Tube Dreamer double Dreamer, I think it's called.
Yeah,
which is basically the Lucy Dreamer and the Tube Dreamer pedal. It is honestly the best overdrive I think I've ever heard.
Wow,
It is amazing. But anyway,
even better than my homemade ones.
even better than your homemade. It's honestly it's amazing. So I'm using it on Sunday.
Cool.
Sorry, I meant through a high quality cab. Yes, we understood, mate. No problem. Nice Corona Extra,
Right.
which I could drink.
There we go.
Greetings, folks. Greeting, Marky FX. Avjit says thanks, Patois. Oh, Peter. It's basically Peter, isn't it? Joe says, James, have you done many speaker comparisons?
Hundreds.
What are we talking speaker? Oh, okay, like guitar speakers. Yeah.
So a little while ago, in fact, quite a long time ago now, I was lucky enough to go and meet up with probably the ultimate metal engineer producer,
Who are we talking?
Andy Sneap.
Oh, Sneap is, yeah, nice.
And
He's pretty good.
he's a pretty good, amazing.
Yeah.
And he has a collection of 4x12s
Yeah.
that rivals anyone I've ever seen.
Yeah.
4x12s and Flying V's are his thing.
Yeah.
And we were at that time we were particularly showing off a robotic mic stand thing, which is very cool,
Yeah.
allowing you to recall your mic positions on cabinets and stuff. But I was like, why so many? And he said, because they all sound
Different. They do all sound different.
They all sound different. And I was like, this is absolutely off the chart.
They
So
do
what
sound
I
different.
learned,
It sounds so different.
what I learned from him in an afternoon has been invaluable in my recording career in the last 6-7 years.
It is amazing. You can plug in like you can plug in.
You think pedals are important, guitars are important, amps are important, and they are, but cabs.
Yeah. If you've got like an amplifier, if you like the sort of tightness of a certain amplifier, you like the flubbiness of a certain amplifier.
Yeah.
So you get the sound that you like, you choose the type of amplifier that you like, and then plug in different speakers. It's huge. It's
massive.
It's the biggest thing.
There's a reason that there are a million IR packs out there.
Yeah.
As in, because they all sound different.
Yeah.
Lee saying some sound darker, some sound brighter. He's absolutely right.
But it's more than that. Yeah, some are bright, some are dark, some are more throaty, some are more harsh. You know,
there's a reason when I do if I'm recording a band and their guitarist has, a 2x12, a 4x12, I want dangerously sometimes I'll stick my head in the cab to try and work out which is the best of the four speakers, because there's always one that sticks out and goes, hello, I'm the good sounding one. Always.
And I actually quite like the sound of 1x12s.
And a 1x10 actually. I've got for the right style of music, a 1x10 can sound great. Really that really tight, funky kind of sound. Okay,
let's bang through them. Let's bang through, because we've got steak.
Yep. Someone's
2 Pauls in the room. I'm guessing that's the bald. That's the baldness.
Yes, I think so.
Thomas Nonsense says, have you had an opportunity to try the Keeley Halo Andy Timmons dual delay pedal? They don't seem to be available in Australia yet, but I want one based on what I've heard on YouTube videos. Am I looking at that tonight? I don't think we're going to get a chance to look.
We're not going to get a chance, are we?
But is this the? No, it's not. No,
we ain't going to get Keeley.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not interested in. Yeah, good point. Actually, we should stop that. Ahmed, good evening. Just got an iPad Pro, getting an iRig 2 tomorrow. Looking forward to making music and GarageBand. Oh, nice one.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Great place to start.
Yeah. I've done a load of videos on. We actually did a whole track using the iPad
with Jack.
Yes. So if you look on the Studio Rats website at songs, or actually I don't know where it's on, but have a look at iPad. Just type in iPad on the search. And we did a whole track recording and mixing just on the iPad.
All the drums were recorded to the iPad.
It's getting to the point. Yeah.
Well, iPads now have the same processor as this Mac.
Yeah, absolutely. And do yourself a favor, go and buy the Fab Filter plugins. They are unbelievable.
Yeah,
aren't they?
Yeah. And even if you're a normal PC / Mac based DAW user, buy them as well.
Yeah,
because they are the most useful plugins,
without a doubt,
by a country mile.
Without a doubt. Let's bang through these. Okay, Lysis, thanks so much for answering my Katana delay question. That brings me to another approach. Could I just use my stereo effects delay pedal, Keeley Halo, as an effect in Logic? Yes, you could.
You can, but you need to have an audio interface that has sends and outs and ins.
Absolutely.
And it can, so depending on the interface, depending on how you're using it in Logic, it can be a challenge. So what you're looking for is go to YouTube, and so if you're using Logic, put Logic hardware sends and returns.
There's a plugin inside of Logic basically where you can ping your effects. I can't remember what it's called, but basically what you do is you send and return out of your interface into the pedal, and then you can use that as a hardware insert.
Yeah,
and hardware
inserts. Perfectly. That's the phrase. Hardware inserts.
And it works perfectly.
At this point, we should go.
Oh, thank you, Learning Guitar and General Nonsense. That's really nice of you, mate. Another new name. We get lots of new names.
It's good. We like that.
Love the channel, guys. It inspires me to pick up the guitar and learn in my old age. You don't look that old, mate. I've got to be honest.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying he doesn't look old. In his half face that I can see, he doesn't look old.
Okay, cool.
Looking good.
So,
looking good.
Yes.
Evening all to Max Hodges. Evening Max. Hold on, I want to see Max. And I want to see Max's guitar.
It's going to be an Ibanez thing.
I like that.
It's going to be. It just is.
I like it. Okay, Live says that Jam Pink Floyd pedal looks fantastic. If you test it and are busy with Gil Moorish tones, could you show us how to create a Run Like Hell patch for the Katana in another video? James, you've done
that. I've done it. You've done Run Like Hell's in my patch pack.
Absolutely.
What's it called? My
James Ivy useful leads.
Useful leads. There's a Run Like Hell in there. If there isn't, I'll do one because it's dotted eighth. It's a dotted eighth note. It just is.
Yes, but I will definitely go through that in the Jam Flow pedals. It's a dotted eighth. Do you know what? Dotted eighths always used to baffle me.
I'm not sure how to do it.
Huh?
I should do it.
No. As in, yes, you did. You did actually show me how to do it with the pedal that hasn't got the setting.
Yes.
You did actually show me how to do that. But more like how to use those dotted eights. It's complicated, isn't it?
No, it's not. But I play drums for a living. Therefore
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
complicated. But yeah.
Yeah, that is a good video. Yeah, where James explains exactly how to tap in a dotted eighth if you haven't got a
Dotted eighth setting on your.
It's really, yeah.
That was one of those videos that we did in about 3 minutes,
and it was just like, oh, that was great.
And you went, "That's really easy," and I went, "Yeah."
Yes. So now I do that. It's really hard. If you don't do it all the time, it's really hard to get that timing of the stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, it's brilliant. It's really good. Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Let's hear your Ripley. Let's hear your Ripley.
He's gone.
He gone, mate. He gone. Patois, Peter. Well, I'm going to call him Peter.
Yeah.
Peter Janicki. I know Peter's been on lots, or Patois been on lots, but we've had a couple of gins. Ahmed, congrats on the iPad. It's a fantastic piece of kit. I can make a recommendation, and it's based on my personal experience. I suggest a Focusrite Scarlett Solo or similar instead of an iRig. There we go. It is. It's class compliant.
There are so many interfaces.
Don't say interfaces.
The ones that I've been using the most and had the most success with is the RME stuff. Yes, it is more expensive, but
Antelope as well.
Yes, yeah, but the RME stuff is amazing.
Yeah,
because the RME software works so well with the iPad.
Yeah. Max says, see articles by Martin Walker and Sound and Sound about manipulation of an IR. Nice one.
Yeah.
John Hall, have you ever changed a speaker to something else that sounds better? If so, what advice would you have? Katana Mark II. Yes, so we've done that.
Yep, we have. And I creamback for me.
So I did
redbacks on yours.
But redback, I can't remember. I think I did a couple. But yes, we did. There's videos on the channel. Have a look. And I think it's quite interesting. Yeah. It did make a difference. Patois Janicki, thank you. Oh, here's the video.
And unfortunately, we don't get the video because we can't put links in the chat.
It isn't us. It's not us blocking it. It's the service. Orange 4x12. Exactly. Yeah. That sort of stuff. Yeah. Hey guys, any tips on how to get the most out of your gear when you're selling it?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like the most money out of your gear when you're selling it, or?
My line would be if you have an amount that you need to make from selling your gear.
Yeah.
Say you have an amp and you want to make £1,000 from it. Start it at £1,000. Don't start it at 99p because you think on eBay, for example. Don't start it at 99p thinking I'll make £1,000 because that's what it's worth. You won't. Start it at £1,000. That way you get rid of all the tire kickers early doors.
That's true. That is true.
That way anyone thinks, oh, I might get this for a song, instantly knows they won't get it for a song.
Yeah,
that's rid of the tire kickers. Just if you've got a Soldano SLO 100 and you want to make $3,500 out of it, start it for $3,500. Don't start it for 99p because what's going to happen is someone is going to get the deal of the century.
Yes.
And if you have a Soldano SLO 100, I want to buy it.
I would say don't worry about auctions, just do a buy it now price. So you choose the price that you want to get out of it. I would also wait for eBay to send you that notification that says you're going to get a 80% off. Selling field. I always wait for that.
Yeah.
Also sell on try and sell on Facebook. I've had really good results about selling old gear on Facebook.
I would say though, I've only had disasters selling on Facebook.
I've never had a disaster
because I've had people who go, so it's a £500 thing. Would you take £200? No.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Bugger off.
Yeah, you're gonna get knobs. Yeah, you're gonna get knobs. Okay, the 56 Gold Top is an awesome guitar. I've got a Les Paul standard 50s P90 through my Freeman. Freeman twin sister. And Ox Sound of the Gods. Yeah, nice one. That's a good setup. Ola England G string. Didn't it used to be Nita Strauss's G string?
Yes, it did. Yes.
I much prefer the sound of Nita Strauss's G string to Ola England's G string. Really? Oh, you prefer a bit of Ola England? Oh,
jury's out.
Jeez, man, I didn't. I didn't realize it was one of those nights.
If it was Jennifer Batten's G-string back in the day,
What the hell? What? Oh, no, this is a whole new discussion. Right. Okay. We'll talk about this later. Is the Vox VO1 vocoder worth a punt just for laughs?
yes,
I don't know it.
yes,
I don't know. Yeah,
totally
okay.
worth a punt.
Here we go.
I don't know what your definition of a punt is, but yes,
I've never used it.
the vocoders are hilarious, and
Yes.
if you're like me, someone who wants a sound to do a thing once in a blue moon, get one.
Yeah,
if you've got one
great.
for a cheeky punt, get it.
Okay.
And then
My
I'll buy it from you.
My wife blames Brett Pupper. What for?
Don't we all?
Yeah, I love Brett Pupper. He is the man.
That's Yoda, but hey,
It's not Brett. Okay.
I don't know who Brett
Right.
fucking Pupper is.
Brett Pupper's YouTube. Brilliant. Brett Pupper is the
Sorry.
man. He's
Sorry.
this fantastic guitar
Sorry.
player.
Sorry.
Aristotle Dukas. I remember that Mark 1 patches work on the Mark 2 without any changes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Jonathan McCulloch says, "Hi gentlemen, forgive me for asking this again. I run a Kemper and now are ready to go interface stereo to laptop and suitable beginner software. I need an interface laptop requirement software." Okay, let's go.
Software, GarageBand, because it's free.
Well, hold on a second. He might want to do PC. So let's
No, but
let's do everything.
laptop requirements. He hasn't said PC or Mac, so I'm saying Mac because Mac is easier and you get more free software.
So James is right, Jonathan. If you can go Mac, if you can afford to go Mac, I would definitely go Mac.
You can pick up a 2013. No.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Okay.
A 2013
Wow.
MacBook Pro i5.
It's quite old, but yeah.
Yeah, for £150
Right.
that will run GarageBand. It will run the latest OS, and it will allow you to run with an external drive 10 to 20 tracks of audio.
So James is right. So this is what we find. So the reason why I buy Macs and the reason why James probably buys Macs
We have two Macs here. We got Mac. Yeah,
is because if you buy and please PC users don't hate me for this.
and I do have a super duper PC at the studio.
But what happens is if you buy a Mac, it will last you 10 years.
Mhm.
Hands down, it will last you 10 years.
Mhm.
And it will still perform fantastic. If you buy a PC, for me, I've never had more than... So this always happens when you buy a Mac. You know, everyone that buys a Mac goes, God, they're really expensive. Yes, they're expensive. The initial outlay is expensive. But they last for years.
This machine that we're currently talking on was £3,500.
Yeah, I know, but but that's a bit different though.
No, it's not. It isn't different. You can spend as much as you can spend. If you spec a PC laptop versus a Mac laptop, there isn't that much difference in a top spec
No.
PC laptop versus a top spec Mac laptop. Likewise, a desktop machine.
Okay.
There isn't that much money difference. There really isn't. The difference is the amount of stuff you get with it. With a Mac, you get GarageBand.
Yeah.
It's an amazing free DAW.
Yeah.
But
there are free. Oh, okay. Let's. And yes, you're right. I would buy a Mac if it was me. I would definitely buy a Mac, hands down. But if you haven't got that sort of money, if you go and buy a PC, I just say you like PCs. Okay. Go and get. There's plenty of free software out there, so you can get Studio One, the free version. Studio One, you get a free version of Pro Tools to do it.
Yeah, but sure.
Yeah. Okay. You can get Studio One. You can get Reaper.
Reaper is probably the bang for buck most cost-effective
Okay.
PC software.
So
DAW software.
there's plenty. And I would go for Studio One because
Yeah, me too.
it's simple to use and it works on both platforms. It works on Mac and PC. And you can also change if you do something in Mac, you can swap it over to PC.
Yeah.
Vice versa. That's free. Interface. So if you let's go cheap.
Interface. Get a audience. What's the black one?
AD.
No, not even a. What's it called? Sorry, hang on.
Well, look, I mean, just go and get like a. If all you want to do is to record your Kemper, the thing is, he's got a Kemper, so he spent money on a Kemper. Okay, so what I'm saying is maybe he does want a Mac. If you've got a Kemper, plug the. If all you need is 2 inputs, go and buy like something like a Focusrite. If you're looking on budget, if you're looking for something a bit better than that,
get an Audient. Sorry,
ID.
no, it's not an ID. It's not called ID. It's called Audient Evo. Audient. Hang on, sorry.
Oh, the new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Audient
They're quite good.
Evo.
Yeah. Evo 4,
Evo
8?
4 or an Evo 8, depending on your quality, your requirements for I/O, for ins and outs. Audient Evo 4 or 8, they are amazing.
Yeah,
they look a bit basic, but they don't sound it.
No, Audient stuff.
And they have some really cool features that were going to help you get great recordings without knowing how to be a recording engineer.
Okay, let's go more higher end. So if you want an interface, if you want a high end interface, I would always stick to
a UA,
Universal Audio,
Apollo, or the Volt thing, the new Volts.
But that's budget though.
Yeah, UA Apollo Twin. You cannot go wrong.
Cannot go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Sounds
So
fantastic.
we don't need a budget, so I'm going to say get a Mac.
Do you know
Apollo
what
Twin.
Do you know what I would do? Because the Kemper's got, I think the Kemper's got, it has got SPDIF outs.
Yeah.
I would try and find an interface with SPDIF ins, so we could then.
But then you're in a whole level of clocking problems that you don't need to worry about.
No, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Just
fair enough.
Apollo Twin every day,
okay,
every day of the week.
Yeah.
Boom.
Loving the cheers, learning guitar and general nonsense. Thank you. Yes, I'm loving the Kemper at the moment. Actually, I'm really enjoying it.
With you?
Yeah, I brought it with me. Yeah,
cool.
Duke Strat fan. Those limiters often work with frequencies well as playing in a pub in South East London with one. Plays songs just playing rhythm most of the night, and the second to last song played the lead part with my Ebo.
I've played in venues where the tap dancer tripped the sound meter.
Yeah.
He landed on that big empty open box stage, went, boom, and it tripped the meter.
It does tend to be like the low frequencies that do mess
Always.
it up though. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. So, yeah. Hey gents, what's the drink of choice there? So I'm on because I'm yeast intolerant. I can't take yeast.
What a girl.
Not that. Well, no. So anyway, even though all alcohol contains yeast, I'm on the least amount of yeast, which is gin tonic. So,
and I am on the Corona,
which I would love to have a Corona
with lime to keep the flies away.
Mike says maybe I missed something. I'm a little late. Did you test UA FX pedals, Dream 65 and Ruby? No, we haven't been sent them.
No,
classic, isn't it?
How the mighty have fallen.
I can't. I don't understand what's happened with us in UA.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I do know. Yes,
it's your fault. It's my fault because I work for Antelope. With Antelope.
Oh, right. It's your fault.
Yes, it's my fault.
Duncan Mitchell. Hey, Studio Rats, arrived a bit late at work. My break. What's with a different location? So, James, go on, you can explain.
We're in Bournemouth for an event this weekend.
Hold on, Bournemouth is south
west-ish.
Yes, it's south. It's south. Yeah, on
the Isle of Wight's that way, so it's all good. We're on the south coast. It's lovely. We're at a Airbnb for the week
with a sea view. It's lovely.
It's amazing, and we are here for the.
And we're supposed to be stopping around now to cook some steak.
We're going to get through the list. No,
we won't. How many
Stop moving.
Oh, Bruce is in the house. Brucey bonus. Sorry, I'm late. Can you start over, please?
No, quite frankly, no. There's a rewind button for that. Yeah. Anyway.
Andy Guitar says when I started putting a mic in front of a 4x12, I made the same observation James did. Each speaker sounds different, from slightly to significant.
Significantly, he's been drinking too long.
I like that because it gives me options. Absolutely.
Yeah. And there is a time and a place for all of those speakers, but you will find one. You go, I like that.
It's one of those things as well. If you want a different tone, if you want to, if you're laying down guitar parts and
use different speakers,
without a doubt, and that saves you without a doubt.
Don't mess with I've been known to use the same amp, same settings with different guitars. We've used the same amp, same settings with different pickups.
Yeah.
There's no right and wrong. It's just fun.
Yeah, nice. I'm 63. It says scruffy dog. Oh, look at that doggy. Oh my God. I know you got me going. I miss my doggy now.
Oh.
He says, I'm 63. Just began guitar last year. Nice one. Lefty Strat knockoff. and gobs of pedals. Nice one.
You can never have too many pedals.
Get those pedals going.
Yep, damn right.
Pedals are loads of fun. Max Hodges says, sorry, duplicate. Look at those guitars he's got.
Yeah.
He's got some guitars there. Sorry, duplication. Swap to YouTube. No
Yes.
problem, mate. Brucey says, is Paul going to play for us any of the songs he wrote at the camp?
He can't. He's not allowed because they're all under.
I actually didn't do any writing. I didn't do any writing at the
Loser.
camp.
Loser.
Loser.
Yeah.
If you want. Sad. Oh, Macron, that's not cool, is it?
I'm not sad.
I'm not actually that old.
I'm not that old. Yeah.
Maybe look old.
Macron, you realise we can ban you.
Dick.
The power.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick. Anyway, Max says, find an old Zoom 120.
Oh, mate, they
back
were
effects, back
amazing.
really well.
They
There we
were
go.
awesome.
There we go.
Love those things. The Zoom effects. The funny thing is that Zoom actually have reissued some of those old. Do you remember the one that was on the belt pack?
Yeah.
Was it? It was a 1204, wasn't it?
Okay.
I don't know. The Zoom belt pack. They've reissued it. It's amazing. I'm like, I want that in my life because I like that when you press on the pedal that was linked to it, it went. You play a chord, and you press the pedal, it goes.
Nice.
It was amazing.
Who want?
Oh, sorry. There we go.
I'd like to meet. I would love to meet
Macaroon.
Macaroon. I'd love to meet Macaroon. I'd love to eat Macaroon down the little dark alley.
You have been drinking, haven't you?
Right.
I'd like to meet Macaroon in a really boring bar.
Who would you?
I could bore the pants off of that concrete and rebar.
Oh, he'd love that. He'd love that.
He'd really like
Rob Lucas says, what percentage would you say the Kemper comes to your matches amp in Radji Name True Tone? Do you still like the Amp 1 Mercury? So yes, the Amp 1's fantastic, without a doubt. Honestly, I've been really impressed with the Kemper.
Now, is that Kemper updated
Yeah.
firmware and everything? Because you were never that enamored with the Kemper.
No, the effects, no, they've sussed it. So what I would say is, so the difference is when you want to start putting pedals in things, if you want to, get, to me, the matches sounds different. If you want to profile, the Kemper with a pedal in front of it, sorry, the matches with the Kemper in front of it sounds great. That's how you do it. But then if you want to start changing those things, that's the problem.
Right.
So, if you want to constantly keep changing stuff, the amp works much better.
And that's the way where profiles fall over when you start changing.
Yeah.
Things. It works. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Jeff Rock says, evening guys, shout out to Sir CS. I blew a 6v6 in a 2-year-old Hombre amp. I emailed about recommended replacements and biasing. They offered a warranty service because the circuit. Jeez, nice.
That's good. That's great.
Sir are great. I mean,
at this point, we should actually commend Sir for that.
What's that other?
I don't know. Somebody who doesn't live here. We should commend Sir for that because
Sir, brilliant.
That's top end level service.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, but that's what you pay for. You pay for that quality.
Yeah.
Jeff Rock. All I had to do was get it to Peach. Sir covered the shipping both ways. Got it back. That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Well done, Sir. See, that's what you want.
Oh,
Here we go.
Macaroon's back.
Right, let's ignore that Hackintosh.
Do you know what?
Let's get rid of that knobhead.
Bye.
Okay. Hollywood actress. At Lee watching back, I'd love to hear that new IR clean amp setup you created. You should do. Yeah, I think Lee should. I'd like to see Lee's. Lee's a great player. Lee should do some videos. Lefty Mike, how do you think Scuff Mess Gear stacks up to Neural Tonkin plugin?
S Gear for me is
brilliant.
Country mile.
The thing about S Gear is it pretty much does everything. The Neural disc, the Tone King plugin, I think is just the ultimate sort of vintagey, sort of cleany overdrive plugin.
S Gear for me
is no, don't get me wrong. S Gear is absolutely brilliant. Who's probably me? I would.
Yeah, he's a wuss.
Oh, it's back to Nita Strauss.
Yeah,
it's much nicer being Nita Strauss's G string than Oda England's G string.
This is the
I wouldn't
best.
mess with it. Look at his face. Look at that man's face.
This is the best
Macaroon.
thing about YouTube.
What's that?
When you've got friends,
Yeah.
and I'm
Nice
really,
people.
I'm delighted that Paul and I can call 99.9% of you our friends. What we would love to do is have a Studio Rats beer night.
Oh,
So
I'd like to go to Pet.
in town.
I
I think
think-
in London would be great.
I think
Get
if
everyone
you-
together. Have a
Oh,
maybe we'll do
no.
it for our 200th or something ridiculous.
I think, yeah, a couple of beers with Pet, I think would be quite fun.
I think our 200th show as a beer night.
But look at that man's face. You're not going to mess with that, are you?
No,
You're not going to
you're
mess with that.
you're
He looks angry.
I would.
Pet.
I would not upset that.
Come then. Let's get through this.
Hang on, where are we? Sorry. I just saw that.
We really need to get through these because the state's away from staff.
I know. Stop whinging.
Jeff
sorry,
Ross-
no,
no.
we've done that.
No,
done
done
that. Done that. Sorry.
There we go. We're getting there.
Boom. There we go.
Shepherd, have you tried the Ruby, the UAFX Ruby?
No, I haven't. We haven't. They won't talk to us anymore. They don't.
They
love us.
will. Tom will talk to us. I just think James has upset them.
Max, you are absolutely right. It's the 9010. That was the one.
There we go.
The belt pack one with
Oh,
the 2-second delay between
Oh,
changing patches.
I want to see some of Max's guitars.
But to be fair,
What?
it's not like the Quad Cortex had the fastest patch change time in history either.
Right, that's true. That's true.
You could use the Quad Cortex.
I think they've improved that.
Yeah, but that's not what you should do. If you're spending £1,500 on a thing, you
but
shouldn't
the
have-
Kemper, the Kemper was the Kemper didn't do it until the Kemper's improved now. I think
Yes, but the
that's the great
Kemper
thing
is
about
10 years old. If Kemper brought out with a thing in 1990 and then Quad Cortex or Neural brought a thing
Yeah.
out in 2000, I appreciate those are not the right times, but it's a 10-year delay. You wouldn't expect the Neural DSP to have the same problems as the Kemper did 10 years previous.
right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, yeah.
You wouldn't expect that. Surely Neural should have gone, well, the Kemper had a time delay when you press the button. It goes, gah, ah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect the new thing to do that. That's ridiculous. Sorry, Neural. I'm still not buying a Quad Cortex again because it was poor.
Okay. Hollywood actress says, have a good evening, lads. I'm a guy. I'm a guy.
I'm a guy.
Hollywood actress name is my old band from many years ago. Nice one. There we
great.
go.
Actually, great band name.
Good name.
Hollywood Actress. Fantastic band name.
Nick Strauss's G-string says, Studio Rats beer night sounds good. Yeah, that'd be good. I'll provide the eye candy. Is that yourself or are you bringing some?
I don't care. Just the answer is yes.
Brucey says, can I drink virtually from New York beer night? Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
So
how about
what we
you
would
fly us
do-
over?
What we do is I would set up a laptop, like a Skype thing, so people could join
That'd be
in
nice,
to the
wouldn't
beer night. I think that's what I'd do. That'd be hilarious.
That'd be nice. We should do that in
Yeah.
in the Ford of Guild.
The weirdo. Let's do it.
Any guitar, Studio Rats beer night would be nice, but I live in Germany. Would you stream? Yeah.
Yes, we would. We would do it. We'd do a live stream from the beer night, and then you'd see us really get drunk. That would be really bloody funny.
Yeah. Rob says, when you're using Neural DSP Tone King IR plugin, let's say it does matter the quality of the studio monitors you have. But thanks, mate. Yes, it probably does. I don't think it matters as much as I think Neural DSP did something really special with that plugin.
Mhm.
And it's their first plugin for me that
It feels like a guitar amp.
well, it feels and sounds like something you'd want to play through.
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job with that.
Cool.
I'd do a Studio at cider night. Oh, nice one.
I
There we
wouldn't,
go.
because the last time I got drunk on cider in Bristol was
Nasty.
messy.
David says, "Hey fellas, can you recommend some guitar tuition online? I can play, but I never have taken any lessons. They start talking modes and stuff. I zone out. I know what you mean about modes. The thing about modes, you've got to understand,
They're only scales.
they're the scales that you know from a different degree of
From a
the scale.
different starting point.
It's basically
is.
the same scale with a different chord played over the top.
But I wouldn't necessarily say that learning modes from a guitar point of view is the way to do it. Learn modes from a music theory point of view, and it's far more useful. I think.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to come back on this.
Sorry, I've just looked down the further on the list. It's got quite irrelevant, yet really relevant.
Can I come back to you on that, David? I think, can you ask me next week and I'll do some research?
When he's not drunk.
Yeah, I think, yeah, because I wouldn't want to recommend, but yeah, please ask me next week and I'll definitely find. I need to expand my vocabulary.
Don't we all?
Don't, mate, I'm shocking.
Yeah, we know. You got the same 5 licks. I've got 5 licks that I play in any key. You're the same.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what you do.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you're doing a video,
yeah,
when you're doing a video, you go to you're doing something which is completely alien to what you would do in a band situation. Yeah. So it's like you play where you're comfortable because your brain is thinking about how can I talk and how can I demonstrate and how can I do all these different things at once.
We're going to get there, and David, bear with us. We'll get there in the comments.
But yeah, we all need to expand our vocabulary. You better go. Yeah, it's right, take your time. Just quickly, just
right. Steak. To do a steak is really simple. Salt, pepper, olive oil. Rub it in. Super hot pan, smoking hot pan, either side. Get a nice sear. Take it out. Give it a few minutes to rest. Whack some butter in. Whack the steak in. Baste it. A few more minutes. Take it out. Let it rest. Job done.
You do make a good steak. You do make a good steak.
Easy.
I'll give you that.
Easy. Right. Andy Guitar Live says, David Burness, I can help if you like.
Oh, there we go.
Guys, reach out to it. However you can find each other. Use the links in the show to make that happen.
Yeah. Absolutely. True fire. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Good.
Although I've looked at a couple of true fire things. You've got to be quite careful about which ones you go for because they tend to be quite. There's some that are really good and there's some that aren't so good. Steak needs to be
still moving.
Yeah,
yep.
Absolutely.
Damn right. Oh wait, hang on.
I can send Paul a clean amp IR. I'm no good at videos. Paul's better. Oh, cheers, Lee. Yeah, please do, mate. Do it. Beer night is a great idea. I would fly over from Switzerland. Yes, absolutely brilliant.
That would be amazing.
Does it have to be in London? How about the Toon? It's the Toon.
It's a really long way from us.
Long way for us, mate.
Yeah.
Not as far. That's probably not as far for you, but
it's still a bloody long way.
It's a long way.
Yes.
Corey. Yeah, Corey's really. He's a great player. He's really good.
Yeah. To be fair, there's the old phrase: to steal from one source is plagiarism. Yeah. To steal from many is research. Absolutely. So you can't go wrong with learning from all these guys. The guy I've picked the most up from recently is Greg Koch.
Good Koch, yeah.
Amazing player. Yeah, and who's the Nashville guy with the really terribly greasy, horrible hair?
Andy Woods.
Amazing player, but
I know he's got greasy hair, but yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, he's proper amazing. Yeah, he's like really good. Sounds good on steak now. Yes,
me too.
Cheers, David. Are you having beer night? If it has to be in Surrey, if you're having beer,
but look who it's from.
Jen. See, I got excited. I thought there was a girl watching. I thought there's like a girl.
There is a girl watching. It's my wife.
I know it's your wife. It has to be in Surrey. Yes.
Yes.
But you don't live in Surrey, Jen.
No, but can we do curry night in my village, my town, please?
But I don't understand why Jen's saying it has to be in Surrey.
Because I can stay at yours.
Oh, you probably. Yeah, absolutely. Surrey all the way for me. Greg is ace in front of. Yes, he's brilliant.
He is.
He's a brilliant player.
Tom Bukovac is actually who I was thinking of.
Greasy hair.
He has, yes.
Tom Bukovac's a great
but
player.
What a player!
Oh, he's such a great player.
Might
miss us earlier. Will you be reviewing?
They won't let us have them.
Well, they will. We just have to get in contact. The thing is, you think you'd be on the. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Let's do that. Exactly.
Basically, Jen doesn't want me going home drunk.
Oh, I see.
Hi, honey. I'll call you later.
Yeah. Is it? It's true. Fire guitar good for. Hold on. Is true fire guitar good for a year or is it a lifetime membership?
Yearly, isn't it?
Okay, it's true. Sorry, true. It's a yearly. No, you can buy. You can buy the individual packs.
Right, we're done. We're there. Steak is calling.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed tonight. I know we didn't do any of the gear stuff, but quite frankly, it was far more amusing to get through this.
I brought all these jam pedals as well. I've got to show the little gimpy one. Can I just show the little gimpy one?
Well, let's do you took long enough to work out how to use the subject. Well, no, Max, we've been doing that for weeks,
What's
months.
subtext?
Yeah, this thing. I don't know.
Oh, we have been doing that for some time.
Yeah, years.
Can I just show this one? The Rattler limited pedal with its,
I love that.
with its little
What
gimp,
I
its
love
little
more
gimp
though is if you open that at the back.
suit. I'm not sure it's gonna see it.
Hello, gimpy.
All the little electronics in the back. That's great,
Yes.
isn't it? Great.
Yes. Oh, stop. Ah.
What's that?
Max has a smiley face. Rob Lucas says thank you guys.
Cheers, guys. Nice one.
I'll have steak too, and it's only 6:28 a.m. Good work.
Steaky.
Review the Floyd Pink Flow ASAP.
I think, Steve. I think that's the one that's got the most views.
It's the
I
most-
had the most requests. So yeah, I think that's going to be
Right.
first, mate.
Food is calling. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
We'll be slightly more sober, probably.
Yeah.
Only slightly.
Maybe.
Hope you have a great week, everyone. We're gonna go and do what we do at this craziness that is the Bournemouth event thing.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Stay safe. If you're feeling poorly, please we hope you feel
Yeah,
better soon.
Absolutely.
Take care, everyone, and we'll see you next time around. See you next Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Good night, everyone.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.